Yo, Joe. Hey, what's shaking? What's baking? Welcome to Hero City Toy Reviews. Today we are looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 148, Leatherneck. Let's have a quick look at the box. Of course, like I said, this is number 148, G.I. Joe Classified Series, Leatherneck. There is the back with him looking all cool with the shades on and his rifle. Of course, just a couple of shots of his uniform, the detail there. This was released, I think, in March of 2025. I just picked them up for my collection. So let's have a quick look at his accessories. First, he comes with a nice classic backpack with his sleeping bag. Nice detail there. When he's on the field, there's his bottle of water or whiskey or whatever you want it to be. You need a classic laser pointed, laser sight is what I'm trying to say, on the handgun. Nice tactical knife. He's got his sunglasses right there. And an extra pair of hands. They're just fists. You can see there. Of course, he's not Leatherneck without his hat. Of course, the original Leatherneck came out in 1986 for the G.I. Joe line. That was based on the cartoon. Well, one of the more popular figures. I do remember having him in the 80s when I was a kid. So it was always one of my favorite. Just your basic infantry, military soldier, ground troop. So basic accessories. He's got, of course, the grenade launcher on the rifle here. Very, very cool. Nice and basic, but still awesome. Let's have a closer look at him. There is Leatherneck with his famous mustache, of course. The face sculpting and paint application looks pretty good. Skin tone looks good. Gotta say that's pretty nice. There's his vest. He's got two grenades up there. Whatever that is. Tourniquet, maybe? Hard to tell what that is. Some magazine pouches. Of course, there is one side there, the skull and bones. There's his army rank. Of course, he got the radio with the wire and stuff, which is cool. Maybe a little knife or something in there. Not really sure what that's for. And his gun holster on this side. This side he also has a bracelet. And he has a watch. On this side, that actually has a time on it. Let's see what that says. 1900, which is 7 p.m. Of course, nice detail on the camo army green pants and shirt. And you see the back there. Nice detailing all around. Looks quite good. In my opinion, very good looking figure here. The paint and the sculpting, everything is really nice, to be honest. I like him. And of course, I know, like I said, he came out in March, but I just got him now. So thought I'd share him with you guys. Let's have a quick look at articulation. Okay, so we'll start with his head. Up and down a little bit. Side to side. Not too much. Just enough, I guess. Arms all the way up. All the way up. Which is good. Elbow bend. Very stiff, but they do bend. Wrist side to side. Doesn't bend up or down too much, but overall pretty good. So the waist, good enough, I guess. There's his legs, knees, of course, and the ankle just barely moves. There we go. Does a little bit. There you go. Okay, again. Waist turns a little bit, and as it just happened, be careful, this bracelet comes right off like it just did now when he moved his arms. So comes off very, very easily. Okay, let's get his accessories on so he can actually look like a bit more like Leatherneck, like we remember him, and we will show you what that's like. Okay, we'll start with his hat, of course. Now I remember having the action figure with that hat on. That's Leatherneck. And the glasses, pop them right on there. That looks a lot like better, like Leatherneck, like I remember him. Definitely need the hat and the glasses for this guy. So the handgun goes right in the holster, right there. Fits nicely. And as you can see, this pouch here is actually for the knife. So I didn't realize that till this video was pretty much done. So disregard everything I said about the knife. He actually comes with a pouch for the knife. That's what that is. I didn't realize that before. So as you can see, the knife just slides right in, which is awesome actually. So this guy does have a pouch for the knife. I've had other figures that had a knife but nowhere to put it. So the knife actually goes right there. Just a quick update for you guys. So disregard anything I said about the knife before, because he does actually have a pouch, and that was my fault. I didn't realize that. Rifle on. Try and get that on, you know. Always be careful with the trigger finger so you don't break it, because you really have to try and get this on here as best as you can. Okay guys, so there he is with all the accessories on. You can see the guns in the holster nicely. Again, be careful with the trigger finger. We all know they do these cool poses on the boxes, but when we try to do them, it's much more difficult, as we know. So be careful not to break that trigger finger. That wasn't easy to put in there as usual. And on the box there, he's actually holding the grenade launcher. That's nearly impossible without really stretching these fingers to get them on there. So that's the best I could do. Again, I only found out this was I was putting on the gun. The magazine does pop out, as you see there. So be careful with that. Easy to lose as well. That came right off as I was putting the gun on. So got to try and pop it back in and just make it hold as best as you can. But once he's set up, he does look really cool. Nice basic infantry figure, but looks great. I mean, that's the Leatherneck like I remember him. Really cool figure. Let's again try for the backpack. I've said this in every classified series review I've done. These backpacks don't hold on very well usually, especially when they have an outer vest like this. This one has fallen on me a couple of times. Even just before I hit record again, it fell off. So it's on there, but it falls off very easily, so keep that in mind as well. So, but there he is, looking great once he's all suited up. Really nice looking figure. Paint application is nice, sculpting is nice. Classic character, Leatherneck. Really cool figure. I do recommend getting him. He's very nice. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know if you are getting him, if you like him, what you think. And please like, comment, subscribe. The channel is fairly new. Any kind of support you can give me is much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.